Hi, my name is Lynette of LiElle Soaps, and I would just wanted to introduce myself to you because I'm beginning a very fascinating journey into soap making. I began soaping, like I said, about 6 months ago, and I just fell in love. I wanted to do this years ago, more than 20 years ago, I'm dating myself. But unfortunately, there was not a lot of literature, and there was no one I knew who was on a soap journey. So, well, I left it to the pros who kind of like sold it at trade shows or wherever I came across. So I went, finally I found a place online. So that's it. But the more and more I experienced using homemade soaps, the more I really wanted to get into it. But just, again, didn't know how, didn't know anybody. Until I came across a woman at work who had begun her journey in soaping. And so she kind of took me under her wing, and she's got me doing it. And I must say to you, this is the most rewarding thing that I have ever done, except for marrying people, which is also what I do. I'm a wedding officiant. So you also know me as officiant on call. But that's besides the fact. I don't want to get off topic. Now, in soaping, there's a process. There's things that you have, there's tools that you need to use, and there's safety precautions that you must take. First of all, no short sleeves. Okay? You're supposed to use long sleeves because you're working with lye when you're doing cold processed soap. This is my area of expertise. Well, I'm kind of working towards my area of expertise. I do cold processed soaps. And that means you're going to use lye, where you're going to mix it with a liquid, a water, distilled water, and you're going to mix that together with oils. And then as you're blending it all together, and maybe with or without scent or anything else, you're going to put it in a container afterwards, a mold, such as this, for one, and you're going to let it sit a while, usually about 6 weeks. And after 6 weeks, it's going to be nice and hard, and then you can use it. Actually, you can use it after about 1 week, but if you want your soaps to last a long time, you're going to wait that long. But anyway, that this is something that I found very fascinating, and I wanted to do it, and I'm doing it. Some of the soaps I've made so far, this is they're heart shaped. And also, I love making milk soaps. That's soaps made with milk. Maybe it's heavy milk, heavy cream, excuse me, goat milk, coconut milk, almond milk, rice milk. These are the soaps that those are the things that I like to work with because they make you feel more moisturized. They're moisturizing the skin. They make you feel really, really good. And I just like the way the milk soaps make you feel. That's my cat over there, Spicy. She's very upset because I'm not paying her any attention, so she's gonna knock things off my desk. So if you keep hearing things go bang, it's her. So we won't pay her any mind at the moment. And yeah, that was the cat underneath the table while I was showing you how to cut soap the other day. Anyway, um, the milk soaps are very nourishing to your skin. I like the way they make me feel. I like the way they make me look because for some reason with my body just soaks up the calcium, the vitamin D, or whatever it is in that milk, and it just makes my skin feel really, really good. And in the winter months, it's really what you need because your skin is very dry. So, what did I show you? This is a heart shape soap that I made with the milks. That's a coconut milk. This is also a coconut milk. This is still cooking, by the way. This has what is called soap ash, but it comes off easily when we go to clean up the soap and make it look becoming. It'll eventually look like this on the other side as well. You can make soaps with swirls by taking different colors. See, I have several different colors here, the blues, the dark blues, and the white, and swirling it around in the pot and making very beautiful colors. Again, different shapes. Another milk soap. This is more like a confetti-ish type of soap because you can take other things, herbs and so forth, and place them in the concoction as you're spinning it around or stirring it around and pouring it in. I've made many different things. This is a round shape. This is salt, by the way, a salt soap. This is more like a confetti soap here, a little decoration on top, and you can see the pieces of other soap that we cut up and put them inside. And here's another swirl soap with various colors of green, various shades of green, and it's in a square. And this is one of my favorites, Cloud. It's a very nice cream soap. You see that? Really good stuff. One thing I like about soaping, you never know what you're going to get, because after you finish swirling and twirling and putting things in the mold, you never know how it really is going to look, and until you do the cut. And at the end, once the soap is ready, about 24 hours later, 48, sometimes 36 hours later, you're going to cut the soap, and then you're going to leave it for the 6 weeks to cure. But when you're doing the cut, that's when it's, you're like, oh God, what is it going to look like? Sometimes you're like fascinated. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe that looks so nice. And sometimes you're like, okay, back to the drawing board. So sometimes it can be a hit and miss. And sometimes, hey, you're like, wow, I did that. Whoa. So back to the molds real quick. See these molds? They have little imprints in them. So when you take them out, you can have pretty pictures on them. You can make a regular one color soap or two, and you can have a pretty picture on the outside. So you've got these are silicone molds, by the way. These little rubbery ones. And these are plastic molds. The different types of molds, as you can see, that you can use to make your soaps. So just wanted to give you a little quickie look over here, because about the mold that I'm about to use is called a loaf mold. This is a tri-loaf mold. Oh boy. Hope I can get it again. You see? Yes, I'm preparing to make kind of sort of a big batch here. And I'm trying to get my Valentine's Day soaps going so that I could be ready for Valentine's Day. Since it takes 6 weeks and I'm going to be making quite a few batches, I want them to be ready so when I go to sell them, I'll have a nice supply to offer. All right, so this is 7 minutes and 36 seconds. Oh, that's good. Well, we're running out of time for this segment, but we'll go back later on and I can show you some more tools that you'll need on another video. But right now, I got to get to soaping because time is winding down and I need to get this done. All right, kids, we'll start soaping in a few minutes and I'll take you through a soaping process. So, get ready, get set, let's go. Okay, we're back and we're ready to soap. I got my oils all measured out and put in my bowl. I got my live water right here in this trusty little container. Woo, Lordy. We don't mess with that too tough. We got to be careful because that's some big stuff. But as you can see, we got everything else ready to do what we needed to do. I'm just going to pop this this coconut milk in here. Coconut cream, actually. And yep, I put it all in ever so nicely. And some people strain it. I figured I'd give it enough of a whirl. Maybe I'll get to the point where I strain it later on. Right now, I'm just not doing it. I'm being lazy. I'm skipping a step. Okay. We put that in there. Sticking my spoon right here. We're going to give this a whiz, and then we're going to get back to that. Okay. Sorry about the noise, but I'm using my cell phone at the moment. Can't really help it. Alright, in goes the old lye. I think I need a bigger bowl. Yep, I need a bigger bowl. So now when I whiz this, I gotta be extra careful that I don't Now the thing is, whoop, can't let this stay, I can't whiz it too much because I need it to be as liquidy as possible. So I want it to reach trace, which means trace means that it's gonna get, ooh, Lord, it's gonna get thick. But I need it to kind of like stay a little bit liquidy. So I got to do a lot of hand movement here. Don't want it to get thick on me too fast. Like it's doing. Ooh, is it trying to rise up on me too? Oh, don't get crazy now. Well, that'll be a first. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of stirring because, like I said, I want it to stay as liquidy as possible without getting too thick, which means reaching trace. Seems to be reaching trace real fast. That means my job just got a little bit harder. Actually, no. I'll just dump this thing in the shell and be done with it. And it'll be soap nonetheless. Okay. Let's give it. Yes, this is a process. Can you see how it is? So make sure your stuff is really, really blended. Because if it's not blended correctly, your soap will turn to trash. So you just have to make sure everything gets blended appropriately so you can get a nice batch out. Yep, there we go. That looks good. That looks good for the home team. Yep. I think we're doing good here. Boy. Okay, quick chat. No quick chat. I just realized what I did. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, there'll be a time when I'm doing this and I'm trying to stay focused, and then all of a sudden you'll see me go, oh no, like I just did, and then I realized that there's a few things I didn't put in the water, but that's okay. No harm done. We just do it in the individual pots. Now, as soon as I figure out what in the world did I do with, oh, okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to speed this baby up. Now, I don't mean to do it this way, but I can't figure out what I do with my dipper. And because there was so much in here, I was afraid I might not be able to carry it. But that's okay. It's all good. It is all good. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Everything turns to soap. Whether it's in a mold or not. So, go figure that. We dump that in there. And we get to popping on the rest of the stuff that we got to do. As soon as I find my rag. Oh, there you go. Alright, so now you see these two here? And I'm going to have a third in about 2 seconds. And I'm going to pour that one. Oh, look. Lovely. Look at that. Alright. So, everybody gets a stir. You, and you. And I'm going to pour some of this in here. Actually, do I want to do it just yet? Yeah, I'll do it just yet. Actually, I see what I did wrong just now. I did not need to put that much in here. At least I don't think so. Better be safe than sorry. I keep forgetting I'm using a bare mold, and I got to be mindful of how much I put in because I don't want to have too little. But I think I'll be good. Alright, so I'm working with 3 colors here. Okay? And 3 colors that I'm working with is basically white, gold. That's what I was doing. Okay, gotcha. See, I knew I was getting kind of crazy. Alright. There. When things start getting too slippery, then you're kicking yourself in the head because you're like, oh shucks, what the heck did I do? Alright, now, move this just a little bit closer. And the colors I'm using are raspberry mica and heavy metal gold mica. And I really don't have to, but I'm just going to put a little shimmer in the white. And that's pearly white mica. And they're all by Brambleberry. So, we're going to color these up. I was going to put it in another thing and then stir it on in that way, but I changed my mind. I'm going to, I'm just going to throw it on in and do that. Like that. Of course, I put the other one in the wrong one. I just see. Lovely. Listen, I told you I'm not good at this. I mean, no, not that I'm not good. It's just that I'm learning. I have to believe what I am. Because if I don't, then I won't be as good as I want to be. Because I keep doubting myself. We don't want to keep doubting ourselves. You never should doubt yourself. Okay, so maybe you can't cook. But maybe the right words are you can't cook as well. Doesn't mean that you can't cook. Maybe you have to learn how to say it right. Because how you say it is how you grow to believe it, right? So, now, we gotta put a little bit of special stuff in here. I call it the special gravy. And you'll get a little tad or so. Okay, I know I should be talking or something, because, you know, I could talk a mile a minute, ask anybody. But there are just sometimes when I just don't do it right. And there again, there are just sometimes when I get real quiet. And that's when I'm trying to put it together. Today was a hard day. I had things I had to do today. So, you can imagine me sitting here trying to figure out what the heck am I going to say now. And then you can't figure out what to say because your body and your brain is not working in unison. So we're going to switch this. Because I want it to be a nice red. Now the reason why I'm swishing it more by hand is because the minute we start getting things really hot and rolling, that's when we have to take a run for it and go in the other room where the molds are. And I want to take the camera in there with me, but I have to wait. So see, this is not as red as I want it to be. But it's still some spots I have to go over. Okay. And this is going to be long, I'm sorry. It's long and quiet, I guess somebody would say. You know, long and quiet. I'm used to putting so much in. But first time everything right. Behave. Okay, so that's going to get nice and thick. And we have to run in about 2 seconds. And I got to make sure. Never put your hands up there, by the way, thinking you're going to get this last thing, because this thing is still plugged in, and you don't want to make a fatal mistake of losing a finger. So, stay where you at. Don't everybody move. And now, oops, get in there. You know, sometimes when you use a certain scent, it'll change the color. And that's when I'm like praying that it doesn't happen, because I don't want it to change my color but so much. And I got a thought in my head and I couldn't wait to get home to try it out. I was going to do something completely different. Yikes. So, we'll see what happens. Because my color scheme just went a little left, but that's okay. So anyway, this is what soaping is all about, right? Putting something together, creating something new, and bringing everything together and seeing how it comes out, right? All right, now this little baby is starting to do some things I don't want it to do just yet. Whoop. Now, titanium, which unfortunately is trying to also get a little thick on me. This is, I mixed it with the oil. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. We'll see what happens. Soaping is trial and error. Woo. Oh, look how nice it's turning my color. Okay. I did tell you this is my introductory video, right? Alright, so, because Magda told me, my mentor at work, to do this, that's why I'm doing this. And plus, I thought it would be kind of fun. Because, you know, when you think about things that you do and you don't do, and you say to yourself, let me try that. And then that's another thing. Once you try it, you find if you like it, maybe you don't like it. Maybe you do. Okay, kids, it's D hour. We gotta get this show on the road. Now we're at the part now where you look at me and we say, now we have to run in here. Because I normally do this all in the kitchen, but because I've got this lovely little camera here, this way you can't see Spicy, who's probably lingering somewhere underneath the table. Not that you don't want to see Spicy, but because she could be a bit of a handful at times, especially when she wants her way. All right, so now we've got this sucker all spooshed up and kabonged and everything. I'm going to just start pouring it in. And you see how thick this is? It's like, wow. Ooh, Lordy. So I want to spread it out just a tad. Nothing's ever perfect with soaping. Don't try. Just let it go. Let it do its own thing. Trust me, when you start trying to make it do something and it wants to do something else, you're only going to piss yourself off. And in order for you to save yourself a lot of aggravation, just let it do its own thing. Yeah, you can have an idea in your head how you want it to go. But 9 times out of 10, you'll be wasting your time. See, now right now all my stuff is like getting thick and thick and thick. That's okay. Because like I said, it all turns to soap anyway. And what are you going to do? There. Now you take a chopstick. Then you have a little fun. And you stick some of this white stuff in here. And you make some swirls. There. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do with this little batch here. Let's see, we've got some of this. We got some of that. And we got some of this. And then you go, you say to yourself, what do I do with those other molds? Aha. And you say, I got some shavings. And you break out another mold. See, this one is a pretty big mold. So we might not be able to use that, the other size, but that's okay. We still can use these. So give me a minute. I got to do some stuff here. Got to replenish this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I was able to make 3 10-inch molds, and what you're looking at here. Okay, the cream, they're all using the same recipe. We're just doing different colors. And I put the shavings from other soaps that I've made that I might have didn't like what they look like or whatever, and I shaved them up, and I'm using them for these molds. But they're really, really good because it's all the same recipe. They're milk soap, and I have a little oatmeal in there, and what is this? I have some Himalayan sea salt. I put some things in there so that it really, really is helpful for the skin, and it makes it look kind of cool. With the confetti, that's what some people call the confetti soap. We're gonna cut these tomorrow if they're ready, and we'll check it out. Now remember, we did the other one. You see that? That's hardening up nicely. So we're gonna, hopefully it'll be ready. These will be ready tomorrow, and I can show you how to cut them and how they'll turn out. Just a little note: whenever you have extra soaps or soaps that didn't sell, or maybe some, like I said, that didn't come out too good, and you're like, oof, but the recipe was good. It just, maybe you just didn't do a good thing with the colors, or something like that. And you have shavings when you're finishing the soaps. Then you shave off the sides, you make it look really nice and pretty for show so that you can display it, and then, hopefully you can sell it. So those shavings, you can always reuse them. So everything is money, understand? And not only is it money, but it's still good. It's soap, and it's still good. It smells great. Especially if you put something nice in it, and if it's coinciding with whatever you're making, you might not have to scent your other soap, your new soap that you're making, because you can always go and use the scent that's already on the soap. Oh, I love that scent. Oh my God, this is like a pineapple mango. Whew, that's this one over here, and I just love it. In some sense, it's just natural. It's a clean scent. Oh, it's nice. I love it. Oh, I could just do this. See, the scents I like to choose are, sometimes they're fruity, sometimes they're, like I said, peppermint, wine and roses, and, I get my scents from all over, but a lot of them essential oils, especially the ones that, what I make, soap that's only specific to the face. The rest of the body, these are excellent soaps. They're good to use, and they smell great. But in the meantime, we're going to wait for these to get ready for the cut, and when we come back again, we'll do the cut. But I got some cleanup in there I have to do. So I'm going to cover this over using milk soaps. You don't necessarily have to put them in the oven. Not that you turn on the oven. It's just a place that has consistent airflow. None. But when you're using the milk soaps, I still like to cover them over because you get what is called that soap ash. If you don't, sometimes you still get a little bit on top, but it helps it so it minimizes the amount of soap ash that you get. I'm going to cover these up. I'm going to put them to bed, and I'll probably catch you tomorrow. I'll check them out tomorrow. If they're ready, then we'll, go back and cut them if they're not ready till the next day. But rest assured, you'll be right back. Remember,